However, after the expressway is down, there is a section of the down road to the pharmaceutical factory. This section of the road has a small number of vehicles and is a good place to start. Therefore, both Charlie and Isik felt that Jiro would definitely choose to do something here. So Charlie immediately called Liang and told him not to leave JX Pharmaceutical for the time being, and when he and Isik were almost ready, he would come out. Liang naturally agreed without hesitation. Liang now looked at Charlie's plan completely. In fact, as early as the first time Charlie helped him win Wei's Pharmaceuticals, and even sent his father and his half-brother to Changbai Mountain, Liang already had the heart to serve Charlie. And last time in Changbai Mountain, when Charlie killed the 8 heavenly kings with his own power, he had already made a secret vow in his heart that he would follow Charlie in this life, and even worship him. So now, every word Charlie said, he would regard it as a standard in his heart. At this moment, Jiro is sitting in his Toyota Alpha luxury business car. The car has reached a 90-degree bend on the national highway. Here, the turning car cannot see the situation on the other side of the curve before turning, so it is most suitable for an ambush. Once you have turned a corner and noticed that there is a roadblock in front of you, it is idiotic to think of turning around again. Because of the special terrain here, on weekends and holidays, traffic police also like to check for drunk driving in such places. When the vehicle turns a turn and sees someone checking for drunk driving, there is no time to escape and there is no way to go back. At this time, Jiro was holding a pack of JX Weizen in his hands. Since yesterday he had a stomachache and ate a pack for a few minutes before, he has not felt any stomach discomfort anymore. This is enough to see that the efficacy of JX Weizen is more than 1 grade stronger than that of Kobayashi Weizen. What made Jiro even more terrifying was that he only took JX Weizen once, but when he felt a little discomfort in his stomach just now, he subconsciously took a pack of the same instead of his own Kobayashi stomach powder. You should know that Kobayashi Weizen was selected by him after reading a large number of Chinese classical medical books and trying out a large number of prescriptions. In this regard, he has always had a full sense of accomplishment, so he treats Kobayashi Weizen as if he treats his own child. What he didn't expect was that he only used JX Weizen once and left Kobayashi's biological son behind. It can be seen that his body can't resist the efficacy of this JX Weizen at all. Even if he is like this, let alone other ordinary consumers, after they have used it, they will definitely throw Kobayashi Weizen aside without hesitation. Therefore, no matter what, he must get the formula of this powder today at any cost. Thinking of this, he felt the burning sensation in his stomach a little bit, so he tore open the package without hesitation, and swallowed it with his head up. At this time, his whole person was excited, but also a little nervous. So he immediately said to the assistant beside him, "Pour me a glass of whiskey and ice cubes." The assistant nodded immediately, and took out a bottle of Japanese-made Nissan whiskey from the car refrigerator. After half a glass, he added some ice cubes. Jiro took the glass and took a hurried sip. He couldn't help but said excitedly, "The item is really amazing. I thought the prescription of Kobayashi's Weizen is already amazing. I didn't expect that this one could still be discovered. It is such a miraculous thing, it really is impressive." The assistant couldn't help saying, "Chairman, what JX Weizen uses may not be the prescriptions in Chinese classical medical books, or they may have developed them themselves." "Impossible." Jiro waved his hand and said without hesitation, "In recent years, the Chinese themselves have not paid much attention to traditional medicine. After so many years, Yunnan Baiyao has barely managed to survive. So, this means that the traditional medicine practitioners of China have always been going downhill. There was no such good prescription as JX Weizen before. Now that it is going downhill, how could it reborn? So I can basically be sure that this product must have been accidentally discovered from classical medical books of prescription." The assistant quickly slapped a flattery, "President, you have the most insight." Jiro drank all the whiskey in the glass in one sip, then handed the glass to the assistant, and while beckoning him to continue pouring, he exclaimed, "When my father was alive, he said that Chinese history and culture cannot be taken away. It is this inexhaustible forest. Now it seems that what father said is true." The assistant nodded and asked on the side, "President, If we get the prescription for JXYZN, what should we do next? Jiro sneered and said, I have already ordered. Once I get the prescription, I will let someone set a fire and burn the production base of JX Pharmaceutical directly. Then I will go back to Japan to make a little change in the prescription, and quietly change it to look different. The prescription of Kobayashi's Wyzen will be changed. From now on, this medicine will be mine. Speaking of this, a cold light flashed in Jiro's eyes. Now, JX Pharmaceutical is producing JXYZN in 3 shifts. He knew very well that a fire could burn hundreds of employees of the pharmaceutical factory. But for him, he doesn't care about it anymore. Anyway, those who die are from JX Pharmaceutical. What does it have to do with him? All he wanted was the formula of JXYZN, nothing more.